Hello, my name is Peter Forsman and I'm the Register Manager of .se, and I will talk about the year in brief, 2009. And as you know, the business model has been the major project for us. And also with that, the new registration, as Torbjörn already talked about. And as for now, we only work with accredited registrars through the EPP interface, and all other registrars in the old model has been let to go. And also, of course, the launch of SE Direct, our own registrar. And the development of DNS Check 1 is completed now. And also preparing for the OpenDNSSEC, the software. And also, I will talk about a little later, the introduction of the multi-year payments that was introduced in December, with the possibility to synchronize domains for end users. And I will not talk so much about this, but point out that the business model change has been planned and worked on for several years, and you're free to check in what order things have been done during these years. And why we did it is more interesting, and of course it's to handle the growth of the TLD and to ensure that both the registrants and the registrars are more satisfied than they were earlier. And the efficiency and reduced costs of the handles of the TLD and domains administration, and achieve a greater standardization towards the rest of the industry and domain market. So, by changing the business model, .se was able to cut prices by 35% towards the registrars. And then you, of course, are free to charge whatever you like towards the end users. And if you see from before the business model change until today, it's the foreign registrars increased approximately 10% since March, and the first wave of new registrars into the new model. And also new registrations through the foreign registrars have increased from 31 to 37% compared to 2008. And also we have seen a big change of registrants from outside Sweden. For example, when it comes to snapbacking of domains, which early mornings, there are about 66% foreign registrants this fall. So, was everyone pleased with the change of model? Well, largely yes, but and of course the registrar.se, yes, but a few were stopped during the change, and they wasn't so pleased. But if you see it in large, you can say that the large registrars were very pleased, but the small was not that pleased, and at least not a few of them. And they thought that we should have come up with a sort of basic EPP client for them to use, and they were less happy to have to buy a system APP client for about 10,000 Swedish crowns. So they told us that the unspoken goal for us was to eliminate the small registrars, which is not a fact. So, but in general, everything was the registrar the registrars were pleased in general, and they very much used the project website, and the test systems was going very well. So, about the model change, this comes from a big domain magazine in USA, and this issue was from June 2009, and the quote is from Internet X, which is one German registrar, and as you see, they point us out as a less easy register to sign up to, which we think is very good. We like to know that our registrars have a certain level of knowledge. So in the last model, we had just before we passed over to the new model, we have about 202 registrars, and about from them there were 168 Swedish and 34 foreign, which leads us to 17% of foreign registrars. In the new model, we have the same amount of foreign registrars, but since we have less Swedish, the percent is instead 28%. And I think if this should be up to date, there are 126 registrars as for now, and it's growing every week now. So, when it comes to the non-accredited registrars from the earlier model, there were 107 non-accredited registrars, which went through the accreditation program and is now accredited. And there is also 9 from the earlier model that are struggling to get accredited before the end of this year. So the market share, this numbers are from October 2007, and it's also a growth list from our website, and it tells us that 10 of our largest registrars stands for 78% of all registrations made. And today, or in September 2009, the numbers are approximately the same, but I need to note out that number 10 here, .se Direct, the 2.5% also includes the non-accredited registrars that still are using SI Direct, they are working as sub-registrars to SE Direct until the 31st of December this year. Then they are no longer welcome under SE Direct. So the old business model when it comes to domains, this numbers shows that 31% of the registrants are foreign before the business model, and since we have got more foreign registrars, we also now have more registrations from foreign registrants. So, a little more of statistics. Swedish internet users currently account for approximately 0.12%, and then we count connected users with ADSL or similar. But the SCTLD currently accounts for approximately 0.5% of all registered domains worldwide. And something that's very interesting for me to see is that the average .se registrant now holds over 2 domains per individual, and it's grown grew from 1.89% for about 1 year ago. So it's growing, and last time I checked for 2 weeks ago, the number had grown to 2.007, so it's growing all the time. This picture shows the natural choice for företagskunder is customer users and privatkunder is private users. And also this shows that .se is the natural choice for both these types of customers. And when it comes to domain distribution or penetration of for the .se and other TLDs in Sweden, as you can see, it's 57.4% for .se, and .com has stagnated for about 2 years, and they're backing slowly. While .no, which means now in Swedish, is used for campaigns and similar, and slightly growing. And .eu is have been on these numbers for a couple of years now, and as you can see, about all other TLDs in Sweden accounts for approximately 5%. Here's just a slide to show the growth of the market share for .se as a TLD, penetration in Sweden. So this slide shows us a little more about numbers and figures, and you can say that there is only 1/3 that only have one domain, and you can also see that the 3 largest groups here, from 101 until over 500, have about 10% of all database, 9.6 I think it is, which it's growing each year, and they account for they're about 250 registrants. So 27% of the domain users are private individuals in Sweden, and renewal rate is about 89%, where the corporate registrants are more they renew more than the private users do. And as I told you, approximately 250 registrants account for 10% of the registered domains, and also 5% of the domains registered are IDNs, and which we are called IDN 1, which means it's specific Swedish letters. And since the SI Direct were introduced to the market, we were planning for them to fall back a little, but it shows that the pink curve shows that it's gone faster than we expected from the beginning, and you can see here at the curve that it's show us from April to August, but I checked in the early December, and the numbers are at the moment 347,000. So it's they're losing faster than expected. So this is not really true, because it's less than 2% of all the new registration, and as you can see here, the direct registration through SE Direct is a little more than half nowadays, and the Ombud, which is the name for the non-accredited registrars, stands for a great amount also. So how satisfied are the customer of the registrar? The registrar that currently administrate the domain name. Well, since it's not all translated here, företag means company and privat means private user. You can show that the green shows that they are very satisfied, and the lighter green shows pretty satisfied. Well, how satisfied or dissatisfied are you with the .se registry and the service and help desk for the registrars? Well, this is a multi-year trend, and as you see, as we would like to see, is that the green fields are growing, and that's what we are trying to achieve, and hope it's more green next year. And looking back over the over the past year, how you noticed any change with respect to being a registrar with .se? Do you think it has become, then it's better or worse? And the green is, as you can see, much greener now than last year, and hopefully when the new model is working for all the registrars, the fields will be darker green. And this is very interesting for me as well, how the registrars feel about continuing the cooperation with .se. And also here you can see that the trend is getting greener for us, and we are now having a second registrar survey out, and it's getting better, but we can always be better, and it could be greener for us. So this is my first session, and I thank you for listening. Bye.